use that and check for the steering angle, right?
Yes, yes, yes. We can use this. Yeah, open it up, make it run. Yeah, we're gonna create. Oh, but the resolution is our problem. The screen's gonna be too small and so on. I should have restarted the laptop, man. All right,
Alright,
buddy.
so go ahead and restart it. Go ahead and restart the laptop then.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Voltage drop. Increase the voltage, yeah. The voltage from the car drop. Put on what the charger, the boost up on it. Kinda low though. Wow, the three models are now. Come up with fall codes only. The radio, the DSC and the MID. Alright, let me see if we can hold on, let me click on that boy. Oh damn, I just remember. There's a thing we click on to make the screen get, you know what I mean? Manipulate the screen up as a but I don't remember which button. I don't remember which button. Lovely. Eh? No man, no, not that big. No, era after sales stuff for BMW for those people connected to their server network. Yeah, but just this is where you go to see live data if the engine is running and so on, or if you want to trigger something on it to find out if the module work and respond. You go in diagnosis and you go in brake pressure and you can click on read status. It shows you that you did 1/3 of a bar. You can just click back read status to turn it off. Yeah, and so on. A whole heap of button you can do to it. Brake light switch. You can test it if it works and so on. And each area you click in under ECU function, you just click it to turn it off. You know what I mean? Yeah, and then steering angle. Let us look at steering angle because we have an issue with it. Let us read the status of it. Oh, it's at 6 degrees right now. 6.08 degrees. So what we need to do is to basically, let's turn this off. Um, is there a way you can start the car? Start the car for me, please. Um, yeah, turn the steering wheel for me. Let me see if the angle degrees changes. Okay, it's recording. The DSC is picking up the All right, turn the steering angle full art. Straighten it. Straighten the steering wheel for me. All right. Yeah, it's straighten. It's at zero angle. Okay. We lock it full left, and then lock it full right. Lock it full left and hold it for about 10 seconds or 5 seconds. It's full left or which way lock it? Full left. All right. Lock it full right now. That's full, right? All right, now put it back to the center now. At 0. Okay, it's at 0. All right, well, that is one way you can set the steering angle sensor information to the DSC by put that, at 0, lock it full left, and then lock it back full right, and then put it back the middle. You know what I mean? On some BMW ECU, you can do that, and it probably be calibrated and so on. But we will go through the test plan just the same. All right? Okay, we will go through the test plan. Let me see if I can improve my disposition here so a little bit. All right, so let us turn off status. Turn off that. We go down here. All right. So system voltage. Let us check the system voltage of the DSC. Let us see. It's supposed to be showing 13 volts. Our alternator voltage. It goes 12 point whatever. Okay, that's right. Let us well, the wheel is not turning, so we could probably turn it and test the wheel input from the sensors. You know what I mean? Yeah, so we could test all of the functions of the ECU for the DSC can be tested in this area right here. Yeah, so you want to know if something is not working right on it. You according to the fault code you get, you can come back here and do some stuff. Okay.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah. So let me read the status of the DSC. Oh, wait a minute. Let me read status of the button. Oh, not operated. All right, boom. Let's turn that off. That's not functioning. That. All right, let us go now to component trigger. If it have a function for this, delete memory. We're gonna go here and delete file code memory, and all right, file code memory has been deleted. So let us undo by go back one step. Go in general and pre-charge pump. All right, whenever you replace a DSC on it, and when you usually pull the brake lines or pull that, air will probably go up in it. You know what I mean? And in order to bleed out the air out of it, you come to this part of the program, and then you can now do a pre-charge pump or return pump.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't want to do this. I never really do this before. Well, pre-charge pump could. I don't know what I have to read up first in the repair manual here. What that actually entails.
Probably activated and it runs about 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And put fluid.
All right. Let me try it.
What's that trigger command? I can barely see like the bottom things and.
Yeah, the bottom buttons.
Yeah. It's like they cut off halfway. Yeah, I can barely see that.
Okay. All right. Don't worry. Return pump. Nothing happens. Oh, okay, very good. All right, so it's finished. Okay, so the pump really works and so on. So, all right, so we can go back right now to identification. Let us close out this, and let us go in file code memory here at the bottom here. I just barely let the mouse turn to a little and then I click on it. If I go down any more, then the taskbar would come up, you know? Yeah, all right. So, all right. This is it right here. This is our problem right here. In code 61. All right, so we're gonna click on that. We're gonna all right. We need to carry out an end of belt test not carried out. So I figured that the tensioner in the belt has to be sending some information to the DSC, you know what I mean? And so on. But we'll do that after we do identification. So steering angle identification. Let us go in the test plan here. Let us calculate a test plan for it. Let us see what it will do.
Where do you click on?
No, the one to the extreme right at the bottom.
Yeah, I couldn't see nothing over there.
No, I can't see nothing either, but because I used to do this thing, I know where the buttons are at.
Okay, yeah, okay.
I know where the buttons are at, so
Okay.
all right. So all right. ABL meaning that it could be, you know, I see I have to see the buttons now at the bottom, and this is where things get really tricky for me, I have to see what I'm clicking. I can't see the button.
Yeah.
I really can't see the buttons, buddy. I don't know what on earth. All right. Filter. Let me see what is this filter. I don't know. Let me click on that. Oh no, it kind of extend. Oh, it kind of extend down now. End of belt tension and carried out. It kind of. See, I don't know. Let me click.
Yeah.
All right. You see filter now. I click on the button that say filter. Okay, I click on that one. All right. What the filter does, it highlights some legends. Do you see the letter ABL beside the writing of the arrow when you when? All right. So right here, look where the box is checked. It says ABL means procedure.
Right.
All right. So basically put now, if we want to highlight the installation location of the unit, or if we wanted to add it a part of the old test plan to know where and the wire diagram, we can click on installation location. We can click on connector view. We can click on technical data, like I said, connector view. We can click on vehicle software information. We can also click on vehicle technical diagnosis and function changes to vehicle. We can click on all of these things here just to see. And the wire diagram here is SSP. You see that? So if you're gonna work with the wire diagram function here, we click on those things here and VTD function changes to vehicle, and then we can click on installation location, technical data, connector view, even pin assignment, even software number, repair instructions is REP, and then we can click on fault elimination and so on, and then we click the button at the extreme end that say confirmation, and it's gonna add it a part of the whole thing. It gives us options to click those things when we go back to the next screen. All right, it gives us. All right, so this is why I can't understand how come your laptop now it just can't allow the program to. This is what I can't understand right here, man.
Yeah, the top bar is so big.
Yeah, yeah, right. Go. Well, that is how it's written. That is how it's written to appear, but the resolution of the computer is basically, too small. I don't know. I can't. I don't know where to click on to get this thing going. I mean, the function is not. I can't see the bottom of the screen, bro. It's gone. So I don't know how to. Do you have a? Do your friend have a 32-inch large screen thing?
No, he have an 18 inch.
18-inch.
Yeah, he have 18 inch.
No, external monitor I'm talking about, large one, like, because what happens, the
He have an 18 inch flat screen monitor.
So is there a way you could plug it up to the computer? Because what it does, it looks for the monitor that is bigger, and then it creates a resolution for it. So the resolution would be bigger, which would allow us to see every characters on every button on the mask for Ista D and Ista P, So
I have to, I would need, I would have, you see, I would have a problem with that because the power source, the power source only have one extension, and that going to the battery charger.
Okay.
So, I have to hook up the monitor, but then I need the power source for it.
Yeah. All right. I click on the test plan. I click on the button. I just guess it. Right. It's going through the test procedure now. It's gonna come up with some information, as well as some other stuff. Just come up with a wire diagram, and it gonna comes up with the all right now. So 6.2 is a steering angle sensor identification. It said the fault is still currently present. It said if there are other fault codes stored in the fault code memory of the steering angle sensor, they must be worked through. Okay, so it is a steering angle sensor that has that fault. You know what I mean?
Yeah, might not change our sensor.
Yeah, maybe. All right. So first of all, we can read it if you want, and then you can copy this information if you want. You can print it, you can save it, and so on. You also can print the wire diagram too and save it to an XPS document. I don't know if that will be useful to you, and so on. So, all right, all right. To know where the sensor is located, you just click on this. Look to the left of the diagram. You see that says R33. Yeah, click that. It will carry. It will show you a picture exactly where the thing is located. Okay. All right. So steering angle sensor. Yeah. So you click on that, and you click on the picture, and the picture get bigger. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. So this steering angle sensor probably look like it's either outside the vehicle, and it is attached to the steering wheel rod. You know what I mean? Yeah, so maybe yeah, that is a this is a 2000 BMW, so maybe that is where they put the steering angle sensor. So maybe that has to be changed. I don't know yet, but go through the test procedure first, and then it will tell you what must be done. And let us click that away. And functional, we go function. If we want to read repair now, we click back on functional description tab, and then we read through how it operates and what. When we get those kind of fault codes, it comes up with the right information, telling the technician now what step he should take to repair it by telling him first how the system, the operating principle of it, how it works. So this is up to you now to overcome this challenge now.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you see, this steering angle sensor has to be good because you were getting a reading from both sides, huh?
Yes, but he said identification, the DSC can identify it. So either we need to do a DSC, steering angle sensor calibration, and maybe, yeah, because we have to probably either do that. But first, let us read through this first and see what it tells us to do, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, so if, yeah, the system requires an overall system and the overall steering angle.
So even when you turn off the ignition, it should still read the steering angle sensor and steering movement.
No, terminal 50, no.
Terminal 30.
No, man, terminal 30 is battery. Terminal 30 will be there.
Yeah, I know. He said this means that the steering wheel movements are also detected with ignition off.
I thought he was asking me a question. I didn't know he was reading it in the operating. Okay.
No, yeah, I was reading it.
All right. They say that the steering angle sensor is mounted on the steering shaft. That is under the hood. You know what I mean? So that is where it's located. All right. Let us read through. The steering angle sensor has two potentiometers offset by 90 degrees. The steering angle determined by these two potentiometers cover one full steering wheel turn. Each of these values is repeated after plus minus 180 degrees. The steering angle sensor knows this and counts the steering wheel revolutions accordingly. The overall steering wheel angle is in this way made up of the current steering wheel angle together with the number of steering wheel rotation. In order that the overall steering wheel angle is available at any time, uninterrupted detection of all steering wheel movements, even when the vehicle is stationary, is required. In order to activate this, the steering angle sensor is permanently supplied with power from terminal 30. This means that steering wheel movements are also detected with ignition off. Okay. The steering angle detected by the potentiometers remains available even after interruptions to the power supply. The number of steering wheel revolutions, however, is not. In order that the steering angle sensor remains functional after power supply interruptions, software that calculates the number of steering wheel rotations on the basis of the speed of rotation of the road wheels and on some models the steering wheel being turned from lock to lock has been integrated. This process is referred to as initialization or imposition. Alright, you see, if imposition does not succeed by the time a speed of approximately 20 km/h is reached from a standing start, the DSC is switched to passive mode. The DSC warning lamp comes on and a fault is recorded on the DSC control unit. The imposition process is performed whenever the ignition is switched on if the number of steering wheel revolution is not available. Alright, so basically put, maybe you have to take the vehicle for a drive and then let us
have to go to a drive cycle.
yeah, let me read back this part here again. This part here that says, wait, I'm gonna highlight it. This part right here. Let me read back that part. It said, the steering angle detected by the potentiometers remains available even after interruptions to the power supply. The number of steering wheel revolutions, however, is not. Okay, so did the person change the battery on the car recently? Okay. Oh, so they're gonna remove the battery, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that would have disrupt power to the steering angle sensor, but that means if they did remove the battery and then they turn the steering wheel, that means yeah, it would be recorded by the DSC. You understand now? So basically put now, we have to now teach this thing now. We have to teach the DSC to read now the angle by driving the car at least 20 kilometers per hour and then try to move the steering from lock to lock if we can do it. You know what I mean? You can, if you can go on the road with it, find a big patch of road nobody drive and then lock it full turn, make it do a big 90-degree turn and then go back again to the right with a full lock turn and make it go around and then put back the steering to straight zero and then see if the DSC can read that information and then ID that information. Because it's have an identification problem. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe I can reset the steering angle sensor in Ista D right here in service plan. I think if that function is adapted to this car when BMW releases it, I think that maybe it can be reset. I think it should be able to do it. I don't know, but let us continue to read through the information here, and because this is important here. All right, it says that in order that the steering angle sensor remains functional after power supply interruption, it said software that calculates the number of steering wheel rotations on the basis of the speed of rotation of the road wheels. You follow what it's saying here?
Yeah.
Yes. He said in order that the steering angle sensor remains functional after power supply interruption, that means that if somebody removed terminal 30, changing the battery or whatever, and they have to turn the steering or whatever, he said the software depends. You follow now? Yeah, the software that run the system. He said the software that calculates the number of steering wheel rotations on the basis of the speed rotation of the road wheels. All right. The road wheel sensors are the ABS sensors that measure speed. If those inputs have to be put back to the system. Hello?
Right. So you got to read those. You got to read that first. So most likely you have to go to a drive cycle.
Yeah, go to a drive cycle with it after this and then lock up the steering wheel several times and then, drive normal and turn steering wheel full lock and so on. Just read it and you'll know what to do. I'm just trying to make it more clear to you if you don't understand some of these arcane German, right? German people write this shit together anyway and so on. All right, it says here, software that calculates the number of steering wheel rotations on the basis of rotation of the road wheels, and on some models the steering wheel being turned from lock to lock has been integrated. This process is referred to as initialization or imposition. If imposition does not succeed by the time of speed of approximately 20 km/h is reached from a standing start, the DSC is switched to passive mode. The DSC warning lamp comes on and fault is recorded on the DSC control unit. The imposition process is performed whenever the ignition is switched on. All right, so what we need to do is to calculate by the imposition. So The imposition process, let me highlight right here. Again, let me highlight right here going down the line here. Let me stop right here. The imposition process is performed whenever the ignition is switched on, if the number of steering wheel revolution is not available. Okay. Four-wheel drive vehicles are an exception to this rule. The car is not four-wheel drive? All right, good. The DSC system is immediately switched to passive mode and a fault entered in the DSC control unit memory if there has been an interruption in the power supply to the steering angle sensor. In contrast with conventional drive vehicles, the imposition process is then not aborted on reaching a specific road speed, but rather continued until the DSC is receiving correct steering angle data. At that point, the DSC warning light goes out and the DSC is operating normal again. In both cases, there is no fault recorded in the steering angle sensor. As an additional safety measure, the DSC control unit calculates the steering angle on the basis of the speed of the road wheels and compares it with the information supplied by the steering angle sensor. So this plausibility check prevents the vehicle operating on the basis of incorrect calibration. Okay, an incorrect zero position can result from incorrect calibration or alteration of the steering geometry as a result of damage or repairs. Another safety factor is precise assignment of sensor to vehicle. During calibration, the VIN number is stored in the EPROM and then compared with the VIN number received from the instrument cluster whenever the ignition is switched on. You saw the system designed to work? It's VIN specific. So they say that incorrect calibration, what they call an incorrect zero position, can result from incorrect calibration or alteration of the steering geometry as a result of damage or repair. So if somebody repair it, damage it, or something done on the car which caused it to have an incorrect. You remember when we put the steering wheel at zero? You remember?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that is the zero position this is talking about because there's no angle or geometry recorded in terms of negative number or positive number only when you turn the steering angle. You know what I mean? So basically, the zero position is when time it's not at an angle, when the wheel is not turned at an angle. So the calibration is based off of the VIN number that is being read from the
And then you have to make certain that the clock wasn't changed, because if the clock was changed, then you know it's gonna have because it says reading the clock.
Where is it?
The calibration. It's from the incorrect calibration and alteration of the steering angle geometry as a result of the damage repair. Also, safety factor is assigned to the sensor.
Where are we reading? Where are we reading? Where are we reading?
The bottom part we highlighted.
Oh, you're reading. You're reading this part.
Instrument cluster. Okay. Yeah. Which the VIN number is received from the instrument cluster whenever the ignition is switched on. So
Yeah.
the instrument cluster is your clock.
Yeah.
So unless they have something set up in it, like when you read the vehicle mileage.
Yeah.
And it was like 5-6 miles different from what this one was saying.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
It could have been somebody repair the clock, change the clock, or something like that. You know?
No man, it didn't say anything about clock. It's not the clock.
No, when the instrument cluster is that.
Yeah.
Clock.
Well, you call it clock because of those little meter hands going around like clock, but no. What it doing?
No, I'm just calling the instrument cluster. It's an instrument cluster.
Oh, you call it. You're just referring to it as a clock.
Right.
Okay, all right. You said during calibration.
Remember when you calibrate your kilometer, it's about 6 miles different compared to mine.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
but we don't know if this clock was changed. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you'd have to ask the owner for that anyway. We'd have to ask the owner for that and so on. But all right, wait.
Yeah, but he probably don't know he probably buy it like that because he's saying because it's going by your VIN number received from the instrument cluster. So what it's taking instrument, it's taking information from the instrument cluster because this is 6 miles different. So somebody could get a clock close to the original mile because he was saying over 300 or something kilometers.
No, no,
It's
no.
only 130.
No, you said that one is 130, one.
It's 130, 1995.
Yeah, and
So
the other one I have here is 130, 202.
right, so that's what I'm saying. It's
A difference.
about
Yeah, a difference.
7, 8 miles different.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But usually, I don't know if.
I'm saying I don't know if it's a correct clock.
No, man. The VIN number is what you use to compare, not the other meter mileage. Look at it carefully now. Look at it. You see the.
I'm looking at it, but I'm saying once you enter your VIN number and once you hook up and you were doing your thing, it came up that this car is supposed to have like what 8 miles difference on the clock.
What do you mean? Where it came up?
This clock and your VIN number. When you're putting your VIN number, right?
Yeah.
And you hook up and it was showing you that your kilometers should be 8 miles different.
Where show you that?
What I have. It told me a kilometer was 300 or something.
No, man. The
Right?
kilometer is 209 something. But kilometer converted to mile per hour, it turns out to be almost the same as what is recorded on the car odometer. Let me show you something, brother. Listen to me. Look here. The cluster is what sends the information in kilometer to the program, to the report that we saved. Do you remember? It read it out in metric. Okay, but you will probably see for US. All right, the vehicle order now is this what they call a vehicle order. All right, if the car is coming from Europe, we know in Europe they don't use MPH, they use a metric, right? Yeah, so that would be a part of the vehicle order for that country. But coming to USA, the part of the vehicle order for mileage will pertaining to standard MPH. So that is why you see 130, 195 in the cluster. That is just referring to it as in MPH. But when you should put the KMH or the KPH, when you should put the KMH equivalent to it, it would be what we see on the report, 209 something. Yeah, so long as the VIN number. Hello.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm saying the KPH that you have that supposed to be corresponding with this car, when you look at the miles on the clock, it's 8 miles different.
Yeah, but that may not be a big deal.
Huh?
That may not.
It's not a big deal, but I'm saying to the computer when it's programming like the DSC system, you might look at that and say, well, even if the car was lifted up and somebody was checking the ABS or run, doing emission.
Oh, yes. Yeah. That's a big deal as well. That could play a role as well. Yeah, you make sense right there, buddy. All right, but the main information that it compares now is the VIN number. All right.
The numbers are close, The numbers are close. I understand, but I'm just saying because you went through everything and we look at it and when you turn the steering, you can see the steering angle and everything moving.
Yeah.
So we know we get a reading from that. If it wasn't getting a reading, then we could say, well, the sensor is bad.
Yeah.
Right? And you went through the programming and then it's still telling you that something is wrong with the sensor. But then we figure we might have to go drive, a drive cycle and then see if we do the drive cycle and we still have the same problem, then we might have to check to see exactly if this clock, because the clock probably have a number on it, and then I probably could call the guy and find out if that clock really came for that car, because I think the part number would be sure.
All right. What we have to do now?
I don't want to go and tell the guy, like you need a sensor, and then you change the sensor, and then we still have the same problem. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. But we can know if we should do all of that, but we have to basically calibrate it first. It needs to be calibrated because The DSC was replaced. That's what you said, right?
Yeah.
And then, well, we treat it as a replacement follow-up, and then it coded okay. So what it is saying here under replace the steering angle sensor, it said here we should, after replacing the steering angle sensor, it must first be coded, then calibrated using the ABS DSC diagnostic program, which is the same program we're on. This is the diagnostic side of it.
Right.
All right. It said encoding. In order to perform this internal calculations, the steering angle sensor requires model-specific data which has to be loaded onto it by means of coding. That is already added to it by coding. You see that?
Yeah.
We already did that with Ista P. All right. So we have to eliminate this identification problem by calibrating it now with the program Ista D. So let us read on some more to see what it's actually saying that we should do in the calibration process. All right, ready?
Yes.
Just follow me closely now because I'm just trying to make you understand how to use this program.
That's not really.
Okay, good. I said calibration permanently stores the current steering wheel position as a straight ahead position in the steering angle sensor EPROM. You see what we're going to do now? Yes, that is what it needs to store. Calibration, it means it permanently stores the current steering wheel position as a straight ahead position in the steering angle sensor EPROM. Therefore, the front wheels and the steering wheel must be set exactly to straight ahead position before calibration. In addition, the vehicle identification number is also read from the instrument cluster and stored permanently in the steering angle sensor EPROM. On successful completion of calibration, the steering angle sensor fault memory is automatically cleared. Calibration must always be carried out after the following operations: replacement of the steering angle sensor, replacement of the DSC control unit, adjustment work on the steering angle geometry, any work on the steering or front suspension, and let me go down some more here. All right, let us check what it is saying at the final here. Steering, the voltage supply. The steering angle sensor is permanently supplied with power from terminal 30, which also has its own fuse. In addition, the steering angle sensor also receives a power supply from terminal 87, or depending upon model, from terminal 15. This supply is brought in via different fuse. Alright, frequency counter. When a fault is detected after ignition is off, the frequency counter is incremented upwards by 1. The maximum value is 31. If the fault no longer occurs during the next trip, the frequency counter is reduced by 1. The minimum value is 0. So we don't want to keep messing around with the steering and start the ignition key 31 times, all right? Because it's going to put some form of a lock on it, you know what I mean? And we have to reset that and so on. So what we're going to do now, we should copy this information right here, and then we will save this inside of the XPS document so we can read it later on one side of the computer desktop. And then what we're going to do, you remember when we go to the DSC unit and we do ECU call-up function and we see what the angle of it was at 0?
Right, okay.
We're going to go back there and make sure it is at 0 and nobody touched the steering, okay?
Right.
All right, let me save a copy of this thing in the print form of it here. Because this is very, very interesting. Very, very unique. You have to follow it precisely. Let me type in something here. BMW E39 Dsc to steering angle sensor calibration procedure. All right, so let us save this as where this one is going to say my documents. All right. Okay, so wait, let me see if I can so basically put it's at 0. So let me try it again just to be sure. Turn it off. Let me turn it on again just to be sure. He's checking it. It's off by 6/10 of a degree. No, you have to know what you're doing, you know. When you see the minus sign, it is to the right a little bit, you know what I mean? And when it's to the left, it's to a positive number. All right, turn the vehicle. All right, turn the steering a little bit to the right. Let me see if the negative number comes. Let me see. All right, yeah. All right, turn it back a little bit now to straighten it. All right, 0 degrees. Okay, then good. All right, so let us turn it off again. And let us basically turn it on again. Let's see if it's 0 still. All right, that looked perfect enough. All right, you sit in the car? Yeah. Hey, boss, don't make your hand touch it, you know. But you have to just, if you can't position yourself better. Yeah. Just make sure, no, you have to get, if your bottom cramp, you know, you need to get up to make your blood circulate. Yeah, just make sure you don't touch it. All right, so let us close out this now. And let us go in service plan here. And let us go in, oh, wait a minute, what is this? Test plan. Let's go in test plan here. Oh, we have to close out this test plan by, how the heck do I close this out? Let me go in vehicle management here. Let me see what, service function. Oh, yeah, this is what I'm looking for. Vehicle management, service function. And we have to go in body. And we have to look for, yeah, I think service functions. Let me go here. Let me see. Nothing there. Nothing there. No, I have to go back. Oh, where? Okay, undo would be right here. All right, let me go back. Let me go immobilizer. Let me see. Record retrofitting block enable key out of production. No, we have to go back one step to look for it. Let us, I don't know, instrument cluster. Let me see what comes up there. No, reset interval. I don't want that. Light multiple restraint. Let me see here what is on this one. Record data now. We'll go back here. Search function, service function, search. All right. Restraint? I click on it before. That's it. Read coding data. We don't want that. We just want to see steering angle sensor. The steering angle sensor probably be in drive somewhere, but I'm gonna find it. Oh, what the fuck is sure. All right, I'm gonna find it, buddy. Just let me go back one step here. This thing I keep coming up. Let me go in chassis here. Has to be here. Yeah, it has to be here. This is it right here. So we need to see the bottom button now. Woo! Let me click here. See what happens. Steering angle sensor. ABL would be procedure. We already read the ABL, so FUB would be. Let me go in filter. Let me see what FUB is here. FUB is functional description, and then ABL is procedure. Functional description would be. All right, let me go back to How do I click this? Let me click that. Let me click here at the end confirmation. Okay, go next. Let me. Oh fuck. Sure. Oh, it brings us back to the same functional description. Okay. Oh, I know where we should go. We should go back to the page where we're at. Yeah, we should go back to the page where we're at. And that's where, because I can't see the button of the screen. That is why. You should go to ABL. That is where we should go to do it. And yeah, so you need to see at the bottom now. I don't know. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, that's where it needs to be, yes. So let me click yes at the next. You said set the wheel precisely straight to head position. Yes, I did that already. So click next. Steering angle is 0. All right. Said the matching procedure for the steering angle was carried out correctly. You see that? We set it at 0. Remember what we did in call up function? All right. Said check what. Yeah. Said check whether the fault is still present. It said switch ignition off and on, and then read fault code memory. Say click on the right arrow key to continue steering angle. All right. Let's just wait a minute. Wait. It said, check whether the fault is still present. It said, all right, switch off the ignition for me. The key for terminal 15. Switch it off and wait. Just wait for just wait a minute and so on. Just wait. And then we can just wait a minute and then all right, sorry. Turn it on back. Oh, I'm doing a job for somebody online here. All right, then we're gonna click next here. All right, wait, wanted to reach 13 volts. I can't tell if it was 13 volts when we were doing the procedure, was it? All right, it says service function finished. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna go back, we're gonna close out this, and then we're gonna go back and check if the fault code is removed. Let us close it. We'll close down the program, close off the operation, and then all right, we're gonna read out the vehicle again, read out the vehicle data again, just to see if there's any new fault code set or if it's cleared. Wow, it takes long to come up here. The ignition key is on, right?
Yeah.
All right, let me press refresh at the bottom left here. Let me go back again here. All right, let me shut the program down. Let me start a one new. All right, let me see if the let me pause my video here. Make a run back a scan again and read out the fault code and see if it come back with the fault again and so on. All right, boom. So it's a clone icon you have used.
The icon?
The icon, yeah.
Yeah, if you want buy from I'm gonna give you the website, I'm gonna buy it from after the website.
Oh right, I buy. I never know. I think so when you buy from the other virgin there, the laptop with the software upon it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a customer.
Oh, your cousin. Okay, good.
I just
Okay, so I'm not calling you back yet for set up a system theme.
Huh?
I wonder I'm not calling you back yet for me set up another system theme.
The last night you can claim no call this morning, but I think once you have some work, I must call him for work this morning.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to make him this morning. I'm gonna never get him. And he's the F1 racing to Lightning. I'm gonna get up early this morning to watch a race. I'm gonna call him, but we never get him. So.
All right. All right. It has said the vehicle not connected. Just check the interface if it connect properly now and check. Check the lighting of the icon. Check the connector on the.
Yeah, the light, them on the icon and everything.
What the rest it has say? So one. The ignition on?
Yeah, ignition on, don't run.
You must read it out now, man. Right, it's the terminal 30 and K line 15. That means that something never push up on it then. Something come off. Boy, I know the i3 they move fast, the Intel processor them good. You know, so I buy a brand new laptop though.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah?
I buy one of a high one of the high end chip them fast and quick.
Oh yeah?
May I show it when they done scan here?
Yeah.
Like the DSC still have code in it, man. Maybe well on there, we did have 2 code for it, you know. But we can look on them one day, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And see if it help causing now the steering angle sensor not to calibrate it properly. But the calibration is simple something, you know. You see,
Right.
a simple thing that you know see. So maybe we have to look for other fault codes that have to do with it in the fault code entries and see what we can do with that. We calculate a test plan for that one too as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I know that the people them that make this software, them have the hardest job because a whole heap of lines of codes have to write for this shit work well.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna check the default. I say we have roughly 5 modules of fault tonight. So we're gonna check all of them have to do with the DSC. Seeing?
Right.
All right. So we have steering angle identification and end of belt tension not carried out. So we're gonna do a test plan for test on end of belt tension not carried out, and then pre-charging pump. It come up with one. Let me check this one and calculate the test plan for this one. I wonder if I could delete the file. Let me delete it. Let me delete. Wait. Let me carry out this calculated test plan first. Pre-charging pump. I activated the pump. We did not have a fault code for that one. I can't remember.
No, we didn't have a fault code, but we activated and it was working.
Yeah. All right. The xenon light. You have xenon light on this?
Yeah. No xenon light.
All right. No problem. Because the xenon light, whenever they move, they basically send information to the DSC, and then it calculates the angle of the light compared to the speed the vehicle is traveling. And then it look at the steering angle, and then it can know what the best situation to calculate so the vehicle not spin off of the road or lose something. All right, so we have some fault code here for the calculated test plan here. So basically put now, all of these now is saying that, all right, we're gonna ignore those at the top, okay?
Yeah.
We're gonna work with the ABL for the end of controlling. Wait a minute, what is this? Yeah, let us look at that. Then we'll display this, and then procedure here. All right, so end of line test not carried out. The fault is currently present. The end of test bell test has not been carried out or was not completed successfully. Procedure and information are shown in the assessment window. He said after the DSC control unit has been replaced, the following work must be performed in this order: coding, calibration of the DSC sensors. We already did those two things. All right, steering angle sensor, rotation rate sensor. Oh, wait a minute. I never did those two. I did not do rotation rate sensor and transverse acceleration sensor. And I think I see those two entries when we're in service function, remember? So we basically have to, let me save a copy of this file here. Where the print function is at now? Shit, I just hope this is it. Oh, wait a minute. Could it be? Oh, sorry, that's minimized. Shit. Maybe, let me test if this is it. Oh, yeah. Oh, print screenshot. I want to print to file. I don't want to print screenshot. I want to print from print selection. It's printing the screenshot. I don't want the screenshot. I want the whole damn thing. Oh, maybe I click on the wrong icon. No, I don't want to pull it down. No, I don't want to pull it down. Let me close. Let me close that. You see the print one is behind. Probably that is it right there. Oh no, that's the battery. Okay, it's there now, but I just can't see the blasted thing now.
Yeah, it's like cut it in half.
All right. Wait. If you want to read up about other stuff, you can go in general and you can read up about service function and all of that here. And well, contents. Okay. Whole heap of crap. But I'm gonna close this. It's gonna waste our time right now. I want the print function now. Do you have Microsoft Office installed on this thing here?
I think it is, you know.
All right, let me copy the entire information here. It can be copied by right click and click select all, and then let us go. All right, you see that? Angular rate sensor and the lateral acceleration sensor. So wait a minute now. How the heck do we do this? All right, let me click. Oh, the procedure will be there anyway. Wait, well, the procedure will tell us. Yeah, the procedure will tell us. Procedure it will come up with a procedure now, the FUB or the ABL. All right, you see that? We said matching is necessary only after replacing a sensor. Matching must only be carried out after correct installation of the sensor. The vehicle must be in a horizontal position. Do you wish to carry out matching? Matching rotation rate sensor. Rotation rate sensor. But we didn't replace anything like that. Okay, so that means we couldn't do transangular. All right, let's click now. It's gonna end the test module. The test module is gonna be ended. All right, so let us go back. Let's go back here. Let us go to lateral acceleration, as I want to know if that's what they call transverse. Let me pause the video for right now. Let us go to the procedure for lateral acceleration and let us see what its procedure says of it. The ABL. I said matching transverse acceleration sensor. Matching is necessary only after replacing a sensor. You see what I'm saying? Only after you replace a sensor. You say matching must only be carried out after correct installation of the sensor. It says the vehicle must be in a horizontal position. The same thing goes for the angular. All right, do you wish to carry out matching? Well, I don't know. Should I do it? All right, wait. Let me do the other one first. You remember the test sequence? Let me do the other one first. The angular. Look at what we did first. We did the steering angle first. You see that? And no, but look at the steps it in. First, the layer says adjustment first, then lateral first, then steering angle last. You see that? So we put the kind of put the cart before the horse. But let us try it and see. Let us try to tell the system that we had replaced it. But look, we can do it. You know why? The part number for the part is not. The part number will be looked at. Yes, because the part number for this part is already there, so the system might know that it already have that kind of a calibration to it, something of the sort. So therefore, the part number, when you purchase a part, you know, the part number change, you know.
Right, okay.
It's also BMW do it, you know. That's what the part number, they also call it ZB number. Yeah. So what I learned now, let me try to see if it would make the situation change. Let me go yes. Let me see what would happen here. All right, matching of the rotation sensor was carried out correctly. The sensitivity of the rotation sensor equal learning value over running period was reset to 0%. Okay, so it do it. So it's finished here. So that one is done. So let us go back to the other one that says transverse, lateral, because maybe it do it when the steering at 0. Let me see. Let us see here. Let us tell some lie. All right. So that one on that. We go next. I said matching of the was carried out correctly. So the current transverse acceleration is 0. So it's clear that everything must be 0. Yeah, because the wheel, it's basing everything based off of the steering angle, the steering wheel being straight. So I learned that now. So there's not supposed to be an angle to it. That's what I learned. So it just needs a point of reference. That's what I think it ought to be, you know? Be 0. That's why it's used as a point of reference. That's what I'm learning. All right, let us undo that. Let us go back. And Let me see what control hydraulics is here. Bleeding DSC hydraulics and the brake line mix-up test, control unit replacement. Let me see right here what it says here. Start the search. Let me see what they're gonna say here. Oh, wow, look at this. You see the fault code come up here? All right, end of belt test, brake control not performed. So we did not perform that. So man, you see that? We have to just click on stuff and try stuff out, right? And then it brings us back to the very same page and so on and so forth. So wait a minute, I say that the end of belt test has not been yet carried out or was not completed successfully. Procedure and information are shown in the right window. Sorry, let us follow the whole thing now. So it bring it back at square one. So let us read this together, all right? And figure out what this bad daddy is saying to us here. All right, so the end of line test without driving curves with pressure sensor test. The end of line test serves to check the DSC sensors in the plant at the end of the assembly line. This test is active on every factory new DSC module unit, and it must therefore also be run every time a factory new DSC control unit is fitted. Procedures for end of line test. The sequence, Okay. The sequence varies depends on the vehicle model and control unit version. Due to the identification of the DSC control unit by the DIS tester, the following procedure results. It said disconnect the diagnostic plug to exit from the diagnostic mode. Switch off the ignition for at least 10 seconds to perform a reset of the DSC. Okay, disconnect the diagnostic plug to exit from diagnostic mode. Okay, I see. So switch off ignition. Don't do that yet, you know. Yeah, don't do it yet. Switch off the ignition for at least 10 seconds to perform a reset of the DSC. Okay. Oh, this is the procedure. Let me highlight this right here. I didn't highlight this. Yeah, this is the procedure we have to follow here. So first they say disconnect the diagnostic plug to exit from the diagnostic mode. Switch off the ignition for at least 10 seconds to perform a reset of the DSC. It says switch on ignition. After ignition on, the DSC indicator lamp, the ABS indicator lamp, and the general brake warning lamp come on simultaneously. The end of line test is active. It said standstill calibration. Within the first 2 seconds after ignition on, the control unit automatically runs the standstill calibration. It said check of the pressure sensor. All right. Oh, the items that it does is check of the pressure sensor. It said after the standstill calibration, you must press the brake pedal strongly within 20 seconds. If necessary, start the engine. I said the end of line test has been completed successfully when the DSC indicator lamp, the ABS indicator lamp, and the general brake warning light come on. So all of these 3 lamps has to be come on, you know. All right, so faults during end of test. Faults during end of test. End of line test. If the end of line test is not concluded successfully, all indicators remain on. The DSC is not working, and at least the fault 6D end of line test not carried out is entered in the fault code memory with the status currently present. The end of line test must be repeated. If the end of line test fails a second time, it is likely that there is a fault in the area of the rotation rate and the transverse acceleration sensors. You see that? You follow now? So they did not say the fault in the DSC module now. No, it said the fault would be in the rotation rate and the the transverse acceleration sensor. So we have to now find out where on the car the rotation rate and the transverse acceleration rate is. And they say we should run troubleshooting. All right. So basically put we can look up that in the Microsoft Word document which we save. So we are going to Look at the procedure again that we have to follow to do the end of line test. Ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, it said first we have to disconnect the diagnostic plug to exit. All right, you can. All right. Um. All right. Disconnect the diagnostic plug from the car, the 16 pin right now. Just do it.
All right.
And just let it stay there for a time. This, cause usually when you plug something to it, it kind of wake up the modules,
Right.
All right. It says that turn. All right. You turn off the ignition for 10 seconds. Wait for 10 seconds.
Turn off the ignition.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Turn it on back now.
Okay.
You plug back the connector to it.
The car? No, I just plug back the connector. Just turn off the thing and turn on the car.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Don't plug. Yeah. It didn't say we should plug back the connector. Oh shit. We lose this. All right. Cancel that. All right. It said switch on the ignition. You did it.
Yeah.
Okay. The DSC indicator lamp come on. Those lamps come on the three of them.
Yeah, you have the ABS, the brake, and the traction control. Yeah.
It come on. I said. He said that. All right. No. Right now them say no. The end of line test is active. That means they said, all right, the standstill calibration is to say within the first 2 seconds after ignition on the control unit automatically run the standstill calibration. He said check of the pressure sensor. All right, so now after the standstill calibration, you must press the brake pedal. All right, now go on, press the brake pedal and hold on for 20 seconds. Just count it in your mind, 20 seconds. Nobody do it on a 20-second doing. Just make sure you count in your mind. All right, ease up off it. All right, it said the end of line test has been completed successfully when the DSC indicator lamp and those lights are on still? They're off?
Only one light is on.
Which one?
Brake.
Well, it done correctly then.
Yeah, it done correctly.
All right, wait, let me read it again just to make sure. It said successfully when the DSC the end of time test has been completed successfully when the DSC indicator lamp, the ABS indicator lamp, and the general brake warning lamp light come on. Oh, them don't come on. All three of them don't come on.
No, they gone off. They were on before, but they went off. Only the brake light on, and I think that's the park brake.
Okay.
Handbrake.
Oh, that's the handbrake.
Yeah.
Oh, you turn on the handbrake, we turn off the running lights.
Right.
Okay, that's what I mean. All right. So fast during. Well, turn on the vehicle engine for me now.
Yeah, it's on.
Oh, the engine are on. Okay, good.
Yeah.
You press the brake pedal strongly within 20 strongly. When you press the brake pedal, you put pressure upon it?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you do that. Well, we don't know. Well, the end of life.
No, it's good. No, because before all his lights were on, you couldn't get them off. That's what I was telling you.
Oh, so them come off now?
No, yeah, them off. Only light on, only brake light is his handbrake.
Oh, so all of them three lights did come on when time the system did a malfunction?
Yeah, that's what I was telling you. This thing was malfunctioning because he changed it, but they couldn't clear the code and
Oh, so what? Wait, no, the engine starting now and them lights they come off now?
Yeah, the lights are off.
Then it must repair then.
Yeah, you know what you repair, yeah.
It must repair then, man. Well, let me come out of this now. Rastafari. If the light them come off then.
Yeah, but let me hook up back the head, right?
Yeah, go ahead and hook it up back. Yeah, sure.
And then we can check to see if it falls.
Yeah, but look here. Previously, before the lights, hold on. When I used to run the engine, before we do this test, the three light them did on it just the same way?
Yeah, ABS lights and all the lights were on.
Oh, so them off now while the engine are run?
Yeah.
All right, were they on before when the engine was running?
Yeah, they were on.
Well,
and they couldn't clear them every time they cleared them, they came back.
Every time you clear them?
everything is clear.
Okay, well. Hopefully fix and so on. All right.
Yeah,
Turn on back the terminal 15 and so on. Let's see what's going on here.
yeah, everything is on.
All right. Let me go back to let me undo this. Let me undo all of them here. Let me go back. Let me go to vehicle operations. Let me see if I can. Let me go back to. Let me. I want to read out display. Let me close operations. Lock down that. Let me read it out again. Let me close the present operation. Wow, I just hope your problem can be solved right here, man. I'll be feeling good too because I'll make a video of it, you know.
Well, yeah, that means I'm learning the system too, so it'll be good.
Oh, it's reserved. Okay, okay. Unplug the icon for about. Unplug the icon for 30 seconds to remove the reserve status. You did?
Yeah.
Just keep it off there. Okay, good. All right, plug back the icon to it now.
Yeah.
All right, all we have to do is just wait until the IP address set. All we have to do is just wait until the IP address set back, and then that's it. Let me check on it. Let me go here. Let me see if it's set back already. And we go to Ista here. And yeah, it seems like it's communicating good. It's communicating back. All right, let me close that. Let me go again, complete vehicle identification here. It should be able to read it now. Oh, it's still reserved? Wow. Oh. Let me close the program. Let me close on DIS. Unplug the icon for me now for about a minute. Just unplug it for now, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, this is a yeah. This one is the SC on a E39. We replace the unit and we do a steering angle sensor calibration, and we also do a lateral transverse calibration, and we also do an angular calibration, and we also do an end of line test to remove the three lights from off the dashboard. So I think it take us this long to accomplish it. So this is just a basic tutorial of how to repair those systems. All right, let me restart again. Ista. All right, plug back the icon for me again. Okay, Shu?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let me see if I can go here. Read out vehicle data again. Wow, it's still reserved. Yeah. All right, it's still reserved. What am I not doing here? Brake connection. Wow, this. All right, tell you what. We restart the laptop, okay?
Yeah.
Just to get rid of that reserve status, okay? So did they? Okay. Oh,
Check it out. That's something's wrong with it.
hey, hold on. The icon still reserved.
I just plug it in.
Oh, you just plug it in?
Yeah.
Okay, the icon still reserved. So I forgot to loose up the icon. Wait on, wait. Let me pause the video here. I don't know. Where say that? Oh, right here.
Yeah.
But I just click it. I mean, it's supposed to be like release here on the device state. Yeah, but I don't know if it. Let me check it. Let me check it. Let me check it with
Is it because the car is still running?
No man, no man. The car running is just terminal 15 on, and I mean, no, hell no. I mean, if you want to turn it off, it's no big deal, you know. You can turn it off and leave it.
Because I know we turn it off and actually reset whatever.
All right. Yeah, turn it off because it's still measuring the voltage from terminal 15, the alternator voltage. Maybe that's why it's seen it as reserve. Turn off the car for me. Shit. All right, it's at 0 now. Okay. Yeah, just turn off the car. Unplug the icon for me. All right, wait, don't unplug it yet. Let me try if iTool radar works. Let me see if it worked because it may. Let me see if it worked. It doesn't work. All right, unplug the icon from the car for me. Oh, it's unplugged. Good. All right, just leave off the icon for now, okay? For about a minute or two, okay? And then we're gonna retry it again. Not yet, but not yet though. Free now. It was the alternator only, you know, when the car run.
Right,
yeah. Hey, let me talk to this person, okay?
Alright, no problem, man. I'm here.
Yeah, just online. Okay, the icon is free right now, so let us continue with this program. Let me see if the fault codes are removed. Well, the car is running, right?
Yeah, car running.
And the lights are off, right?
Lights are off.
All right. Well, I'm glad, man. You should see this model in green. We should be seeing this module in green. Green, green, green. Should be seeing this module in green. Green, green, green. We should be seeing this module all in green, green. We should be seeing this module. Yeah, it's in green. See that?
Yeah.
It's green. Yeah, simple. With a simple create a test plan for that too and look at how to fix it.
Right.
It has to be other things causing it, you know what I mean?
Right. Like the rear, they changed and put aftermarket lights on the car, and the rear lights and the instrument cluster is on, showing you that the bulbs are blown.
Yeah, it's a driver footwell module. I think it's the FRM responsible for that.
Yeah, because I know the aftermarket people used to sell like a little resistor that you put on the back of those lights, but.
Okay. All right. Everything is green now on the DSC. You know, the fault code is gone. And what you want to check out on this car now?
Well, I don't know. I was just looking at it, and these rear lights are on, showing that the bulbs are blown, but you know you have aftermarket lights in it.
Okay.
Yeah, it shouldn't.
Okay. So in the cluster, there is a light on to say that the bulb in the back is blown, right?
Yeah, it's showing you the two bulbs in the back blown.
Okay. Well, the FRM need to be reset. It's a fault counter that. Well, the fault counter will reach a maximum. I don't know if it's 50 on the E39. And then each time you turn the key on, I still detect the fault. It increment the count by 1 to indicate fault. So BMW allow it a maximum out at 50. Max out at 50. So we have to use now. Well, what they have to do, you can reset it using toolset 32, or we can use Ista D to reset it. We can try here if you want.
Yeah, let's try that.
All right. The light for the DME is the electric fan is of activation. Maybe the electric fan want to be changed. On the light check module fault stored, let me see what it is here. And the radius of fault in aerial power supply. And the telephone, and then you have audio. So the telephone and audio can start. Those are minor stuff. All right. So basically, let us go to calculate a test plan for this for the light check module, because I don't know if it's a LCM or the FRM that is responsible for it, you know.
Right.
I don't know. I can't recall. I'd have to really go back to the control unit tree to see if it's the LCM or the FRM. Calculating the test plan. All right, so okay, we know that the LCM can control the vertical aim control of the headlamp. So this one is as a check control message here, LCM, and check control message, LCM, telephone, trailer module. What do you mean? What ICM mean? What do you mean by LCM or whatever? All right, let me see.
Control module.
No, ICM?
No, LCM.
LCM, yeah, but oh, long check module. Could it be that? LCM long check module? Maybe. I don't know. All right, let us click on this, display that, and see what happens here. All right, launch check module 3, part number that, hardware number, blah, 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 blah. All right, let us click next and see what happens here. So light function, check control. Well, like I said, this is a lamp check module. I don't know if it's there's no down. Let me go back up. You don't have any problem with the headlights there, man?
No.
All right, nevertheless, let me go back to cause the LCM must have controlled the front lights and so on. Then let me go back to the control unit tree to look at if there's a FRM on this car. No.
Hold on a minute, right? Hold on, 1 minute.
Uh-huh. FRM, let me check up. Let me call up ECU function. Oh, let me see. Let me check module. Let me call up ECU function for this. Let me see if this guy here has the feature for the lights at the back. Oh, damn, it doesn't have any diagnosis scan to it. And component triggering, delete fault memory. Let me see here.
Yeah, Chris.
Yeah. I'm going through the LCM just to see if there's any function there, diagnosis scan function there for let me go back. Oops. Let me close that. Let me go back here. I don't know. All right, this is that. Is ZIS, the group type, multi-information display. Oh, these are the multi-information display. Okay, these are the, I can't tell. The DME. Oh, the cluster would be responsible for that, but wait a minute.
Yeah.
Let me see if the cluster has the cluster has diagnosis, central encoding code, GM basic features. Let me see here. Read the status here. Okay, this does not have the information we need here. Component trigger, delete fault memory. Okay, there's no fault memory in here, so let me go back. The radio LCM, multi-information display, so this is multi-information display, so let me go back and check call up ECU function for it. But I think I just did it. Yes, I just did. There's nothing. And there's nothing there for it. There's no feature for it. This is a radio. Let me go here. And let me call up ECU function again. This one is an Alpine radio. This one has diagnosis function general. Digital sound processor, field strength of station being received. GAL curve test, numeric figure of traffic announcement volume. Numeric figure, Radio, strength threshold, telephone mute. Doesn't have what we want for the light at the back, right?
Yeah.
That's a radio. Radio ain't gonna control anything have to do with lights at the back. It will be the FRM module on earlier on certain cars coming up to now. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think they replaced the FRM with something they call FEM.
Okay.
I call it front electronic module or front illumination front something of that after so I don't remember. I think they replaced it on the F series as that and call it that FEM. And the FRM is the driver footwell module that responsible for the lighting and the central locking and all of those stuff on the car. So let me and the window. It also responds for the window on some BMWs I know. But
right. And the sunroof and stuff. Right?
Yeah. It worked with the FZD. The FZD switch is what opened the sunroof, but I think the FRM responsible for a main communication function. All right. Let me turn that. All right, that is off. Let me close this one here. All right, so we don't have any. Let me go back in file code description. There's nothing here to look at here. What is this one? Let me check this one. Let me see what this German word is here. Hombekonto. Oh, you know. But me don't want somebody Gentile girl because they name me licky, you know. Them go down them under the table business, you know. Them them down a lot of men out there. I don't want to put my mouth on there now as city there. Yeah. No, well, me now go put my mouth on a woman so they can catch me no camera. But at them, I have be worried about go on camera. Eh. The girl them eat and drinky, bruh. Alright, in the next test step, the electric fan is activated with the duty factor increase in stages. Well, I don't know. The electric fan is the one that help cool the radiator, right? The auxiliary.
It's to help cool the radiator, but it's really for the AC.
It's for the AC. Oh. That's what they call electric fan.
Yeah, but anytime if the car gets start overheating, that will come on and help cool on the car.
Yeah. So it's not working then. Activation is not possible. That's why under certain. Well, is this a part of your job description to fix the car?
Oh, no.
Oh, let's just close this out for now, cause I don't want to waste time doing that, and it's not a part of what you want to do.
No. No, the stuff that I was supposed to do, that's already done.
Oh, okay.
I was just looking because I saw the lights. I was just wondering because I know they used to sell like a little module.
Yeah.
With a resistor in it to once you hook up them lights. But the ones that he bought, they're supposed to come with built-in resistors.
Yeah.
So you don't have to cut the wire because once you cut the wire, you usually create a higher resistance, and then you just turn on the light.
Okay.
So I was just wondering if there was anything in there, update or anything for that.
Okay, you were mentioning something about resistors.
Yeah, they used to sell resistors, so when they change to the aftermarket light,
yeah,
they put the resistance in the circuit, and that wouldn't turn on the lights and your instrument cluster.
Okay, so you're saying that he put on some stuff there, but you don't have the resistors installed.
Well, no, the lights that he bought, they didn't come with resistors. They're supposed to be built in to the system. The wiring is supposed to happen in it, but these lights are on. So.
Okay, so the lights is on gonna be due to the resistance too high. No, too low.
The resistance probably could be too low.
Too low.
Not turning off the lights.
Okay.
Telling them that the bulbs are blown when they're not blown.
Yeah. No, wait a minute. Go. Right. If the bulb is blown, the resistance would go up, right?
Well, if the resistance is high, the lights will come on telling them that the bulbs are blown. Because really what it's doing is just telling them that the bulbs are blown.
Oh, yes, that's true. Because there's no resistor there, so the electrons would be like appear like free running, and then it would be low. Oh, I see what you mean. Because the electrons is flowing through the bulb that he replaced, right?
Right.
Yeah, because the resistance is low, so therefore it constantly streaming electrons, so therefore it appears as if. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, I see what you mean. Okay, so maybe you have to purchase ones that has the resistor built within it.
That's what I told him. You're gonna have to get different lights.
Okay, so all right, no problem. I think we finish here. So I don't know if you use, well, if you want to go in other stuff, figure out stuff.
Well, as I say, I'm gonna play around with it and see. But it was very informative, man. I hope you learned something because I learned a lot.
Oh, me learn this enough, man. Me learn this enough, man. Let's show you some things.
Yeah. 'Cause, anytime I run into any kind of problem, I'll call you and then we'll go through it and
Yeah.
Cause sometimes I get some weird stuff. So
Yeah, man.
this guy's supposed to I go saw him. He said he's gonna come back and check his alarm keep going off, so you have a problem with his alarm and stuff like that. So I'm probably gonna have to reset his alarm system.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to DME to do a call up function, and then this will be the final thing, and then I'll close off this video.
All right, no problem, man. Appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, every time, buddy. Every time, bro. All right, so, well, fuel injection system. Let me look at what it is here for. Let me see. Ignition timing. Oh, you see the live data?
Yeah.
The car is running, right?
Yeah.
All right, good. So you have to turn it off, you have to click back on read status, you know what I mean?
Right, okay.
And to turn off the ignition timing right there, you have to click on it to turn off it from blue to white. And that is how they make it and so on. Just for careful purposes, you know?
Okay, so this is the only, okay. So you can get live reading from the oxygen sensor and all that kind of stuff. Okay.
Oh yeah, you can get live reading from it and so on. You can get this, you can get this. You see the values?
Okay, I see. Okay.
The coolant temp is, radiator outlet is 49 centigrade, and coolant temperature engine 101 and so on, and oil temperature for the engine is 101. So yeah. So usually when you pull up a fault code on something, and you can go into the ECU and click on the ECU tree for the ECU, and then click on call up ECU function at the bottom left, and then go into the diagnosis scan part and see if there's a function of it, and you could check to see if the module itself is responding.
Right. Okay.
And if the modules is not giving you the kind of numbers you should get, then you know that you should replace it. And then you could also go and calculate a test plan according to the trouble code there, and then it will show you how it worked, and then it will show you the steps you should use to repair it. Okay?
All right, no problem. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So that is how easy it is, and yeah. Let me tell you something. You can't on some vehicle you can switch out the cluster and probably up. But some BMWs you can't mess with the cluster with a different VIN number taken from a different car, you know?
Right.
Yeah. Clock.
If I get a cluster with a different VIN number, I could recode it.
Come again?
Or no? If I say I have a 5 Series that was in an accident and I have a different cluster because that cluster was damaged, can I put it in and recode it?
Oh no, it's VIN specific, because the BMW don't allow for clusters to be switched between chassis because of the mileage data that is stored. They are different.
Yeah.
But yes, you can manipulate it. You can take out the EPROM chip and put in another EPROM chip. But before you take the EPROM chip out of the failed cluster, you have to buy a program offline with software and then connect it to the car and then read out the dump, the EPROM dump, the EPROM software dump.
Okay.
And then have that stored in the software, and then remove the old cluster, put the new one in it. Since you already you buy a new chip, put it in the solder to the board. If you can't do it, other guys can do it for you, and then you'll just write back that dump. You understand? Yeah, and make that used cluster you buy, you turn it into a virgin, because you write back the native information from the old cluster to it. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what they call to make it virgin. Yeah. Oh, that function is not supported. Alright. Specified idle speed. Hello?
Yeah, yeah, I'm hearing it.
Okay, okay.
What happened?
Okay, so you see all of these equipments in the vehicle,
Yeah,
you can go, alright, let's say for anything that the DME controls, you can go into the call up ECU function, then click on
yeah,
component trigger to trigger it, providing if the engine is running or it deserve not, or it doesn't want engine to run, it will tell you that. And you can test if the unit functions and so on. If you have input and output, that means that the unit is probably good.
yeah.
And all you gotta do now, just find a way now to calibrate whatever you need to calibrate and then remove the fault code and so on. Usually when you buy a DME, the VIN number usually put to it already by the dealer, and then you plug it up and then you program and you code it, and then you're good to go.
Yeah.
All right, so let me see if I can come out of this. Delete fault memory. We don't have any fault memory in the DME. It's, I think. Oh yes, we do. Right?
Yeah, but we're not gonna need those because those I think probably the light and stuff like that.
Yeah. All right. So, well, that's it for now.
Alright, so I'll keep in touch and I'll talk to you in the weekend. Just in case I have any problems tomorrow with this guy, I'll call you.
Yeah. All right, buddy. Take care now.
Alright, no problem, man. I say, it's appreciated all the help.
Yeah. Every time, man. Every time. Bye bye.
Alright, thanks.